Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a quick salon day with me and Kathy. Today we only have 3 clients. It was a kind of quick day. We had a cancellation. I don't know what the heck's going on. I've only had 4 cancellations in a year and they've all happened this month. But so be it, let's move on with the clients who appreciate my time. So this is my first time ever doing her hair. She is getting just a partial, and I want to show you guys just how many foils I can pack in with a partial. This is definitely worth the money. This is a lot more than some people's full highlight, believe it or not. For my lightener, I'm using my new fave, Joico Blonde Life with 20 volume as always with a 16th ounce of Olaplex. I am going to overlap just a wee bit because she has some ends that are dingy and a lot more yellower than they should be. And I know sometimes on camera it might look lighter, but trust me, it's not. I always use my best judgment, and we know how I feel about overlapping. It just needs to be done sometimes. She wants to brighten up a little bit, and that's the only way to do so.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea into the blue.
So for her partial, I am doing what I like to think of as a mohawk amount of hair. You know, in school they always teach us the mohawk that they always push us to do. I don't do much of a mohawk, very, very rare, and it's usually when somebody wants more dimension. To me, it looks a little too stripy and chunky at the base. So I don't want it to look that way. My style is more natural lived-in look, so I like to go off the part. But think about a mohawk where it's on the top of the head. I do literally the mohawk box on the top of the head, and I do 3 to 5 foils on the right and left of the face frame. We know how important it is for the face frame to always be on point for our blondes. And think of it this way. I do the mohawk, but I actually split it in the middle. Most of the time when they part in the middle, I'll go right down directly from the middle, but sometimes if they have an off-center part like she does, it's more on one side, then I'll split it from where she parts. Also, another trick is to do some teasing and weaving out because this will make them feel that much brighter.
They change, but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through.
So I had her process for roughly about 50 minutes. Then client 2 came on in. We have gray on our hands and a little bit of brass that we want to knock through. So I'm going to go and do a full tightly packed Babylight as you see. And we're going to focus on blending that gray in and doing a slight root tap at the bowl. Moving on to client number 1's a root shadow. I'm going to be going in with Goldwell Colorance 7N, 7NA. You guys know I love this shadow. This is one of my favorite formulas for a root shadow. I love doing a root tap, shadow, or smudge so much because when you see the rawness of color, you could just see where it begins. And even if they don't want to be darker or have a shadow, just tapping out the base with a 9 or 8, it just makes it so much more better and more lived in and natural, and it looks like it's growing out of the head. If you do not do root toning, tapping, shadowing, any of that, you've got to get on board. You do not know what you're missing. It makes it look so expensive and the clients love it. Alright, so Catherine's going to finish up blow drying client number 1. Client number 3's rolling in as client number 2's processing. And wow, she wants to be white blonde and somebody done messed up somewhere. Look at all that brass from an old shadow that was permanent. We have dark brass, permanent color at the root. It gets white in the middle, and then we have yellow, dingy ends. This is a hot mess waiting to happen, but I'm confident in my skills and in my work, and I just take a deep breath. Anytime you're feeling overwhelmed when you're doing a client, just go to the back room when you're mixing up. Just take a breath in and out and just, tell yourself, talk yourself up. Say, I got this, she's here for me because I have talent. Talk yourself up because we all need to do it, and sometimes we got to fake it till we make it. So for her, I am using Joico Blonde Life. I love Joico's lightener because it has a built-in bond builder. So when I add Olaplex, like I always do, it's included in my pricing. I love it. I swear by it. I will not touch lightener on hair without it. That's double the protection, and I felt very safe going in and just focusing on mainly that root with that old permanent shadow and knocking through that. I didn't want to do anything higher than 20 volume. I figured, 20 would be fine. Even though it's permanent color, we can always shadow it down a level or two darker if we need to than our actual goal. But I did not want to put 30 volume in there and accidentally have it swell up in the foil and overlap on those ends. And I did just run through most of it if I seen a lot of yellow. Most of the parts, if there wasn't too much dinginess in the ends or anything like that, I just kicked it out and didn't overlap when it wasn't necessary.
Just like your mind.
Sometimes when you're going in and you're doing something or tackling a big correction like this, the best thing to do is Babylights, 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 Babylights. You guys, I get it. It's tiring, it's grueling. You don't want to do all these foils. You don't want to have their hair grow out beautifully so they don't have to come back right away. I get it. But trust me when I tell you, I've only been doing hair for 2 years in this industry, and I have a full clientele to the max. People trust me because I give them great quality hair. I don't nickel and dime them. I let them go months because I know they're going to come back, and more importantly, they're going to refer other people, which allows me a bigger schedule to get more people in, and Babylights are the way to go. We pack those foils in tightly back to back to back. And look at this raw lift. Only thing in her hair right now is the 7N, 7NA Colorance root shadow. And she did have a little bit more lingering brass in the root area. I know it doesn't really show on camera. So I did add a little drop of 6A. So the root shadow was 7N, 7NA, 6A. And her toner all over was 10V, 10P, 10BS, my favorite Colorance formula. You're on YouTube.
No way.
Like the sun gives into the moon.
He works so hard.
I know he does work hard. I like him a lot.
He's great. This is beautiful.
All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all so very much. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. As always, so long for now.